Hi guys, and welcome to a new tutorial series on ARK Survival Evolved. Now, I really like this game, and I just want to show new players out there a beginner's guide to what this game is about. Okay, how to survive your first day, what does the particular buttons and everything else does in this game. So we're gonna start off this game really in detail, you could say, but um, it's just going to be for the first two episodes that is going to be in detail. After that, I'm going to be pretty fast in the tutorials because I don't think you'll want to get bored with me just talking and yapping away. So let's go ahead and create a character. Now we have our default characters over here, so we could choose a male character or a female character. We can choose the skin color of the character, so you can go from all the way from black to a brownish color, or in between a pale white color. We have our defaults over here, so 1 to 6, so this is the default 1, then default 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We don't want to go for a default character, don't we? We'll just make our own character. So I like, let's see what hair color, that's the main thing I like. Maybe yellow, and my eyes could be red. Head size, I'll make his head huge. His upper face also huge. Lower face, oh no, small lower face. Head width, broad. Why not? Height, we make a head short. And the depth of the head, that means this side angle, whether it is small, I'll make it huge. Anyways, so we're gonna put the arms really big, but the length of the arms are gonna be also huge, but the gonna be small and tiny. Then your neck size, I'm gonna make his neck skinny, but the length is going to be long. The chest is going to be, this is now basically the customization of the character. It's just what you can do with the game and what you can't do with your character, but it's like you could do everything. So I'm just going to make a fun character right now. Yeah, why not? His feet are going to be big, huge bloody feet. You know what they say about guys with big feet. Yep. Hips are going to be narrow. Then the torso is going to be thin, and the legs are, torso is going to be huge again. And let me see the color. Could I? Okay. I'm going to take this color. I really like this. Right, I'm going to start the game off really quickly, not going to waste your time on the character creation screen. You could spend your time you could spend hours over here making a character to be perfect. I just like this fellow right now. Now, we have over here our spawning points, so this area is the spawn region area, and you could choose between the north, the east, the south, or the west zone, okay? And these are the particular zones, so remember where you're spawning in the start, because basically now if you choose the west zone 1 and you forget when you die where you spawned last time, you might not know where to come to. So as a beginner, I would say go for the south zone. For sure, go for the south zone. Okay, and the name of my person, he looks somewhat Indian. Okay. Right, why not? So we give him a Indian name. I'll call him Sanju, Sanju, and what we get in India, Baba, Baba. He is gonna be my default character right now for the first few episodes till I go back to my main server. Now I do play on a private server. I thought of showing this video on the private server, but I don't want to delete my old character on that server and create a new one. So I'm just going to do the first episodes with this new character on this particular server, and we will get started from there. Okay, now the best zone to start off when you're a new character is the south zone, because there are less aggro creatures over here, and you might get more friendly creatures or more herbivorous than carnivorous creatures in the south zone. So I'm going to choose south zone 1. My character's name is Sanju Baba. So I should spawn somewhere in this region. I don't know where, but let's see where we spawn. Okay, this entire place is called the ARK. Okay, the reason it is called the ARK is because basically, now when you start, you're going to be naked. Okay, and you're going to be freezing and starving on this place called ARK. It's a mysterious island. Now we don't know the reason why it is called ARK. I have my theories that some alien races has captured the human race, and they're trying to see how we coexist with dinosaurs, and that if dinosaurs and humans evolved at the same particular time. So if dinosaurs and humans were on the earth at the same particular time, I think so they want to know how we are going to survive. So basically what you do in this game is you hunt, you harvest, you craft items, you grow crops, you research technology, you can build shelters, you could do anything you like. Okay, now this is not like Minecraft where you could dig into the ground and hide in a hole. It's basically as a normal human being how you would survive and adapt to your surroundings if you are put into a different location. Okay, so let's go ahead and start this game. Now I don't know how long this game is. I mean, it's gonna start. Oh, okay, that was really quick. Right, so let's get started. Now we have we call that spawned in the south zone. Let's just look around. This is the normal game actions, and it is night. Looks like day is approaching, so that's good. That's really good. I hope you all can see this. Okay, so we spawned over here. Now I'm just going to show you all a few things about this game. Okay, so if you see on the bottom left, right, there is that ice symbol thingy, right? The snowflake with the ice around it. So that basically means that you're cold. Now whenever something bad does happen to you, like you're too cold or you're too hot, you're starving, you're dying of dehydration, I mean maybe you're injured, it'll show over there, and depending on that, okay, you get some effects. So now since I'm cold, okay, hello, wow, this server's going to be restarting in approximately 20 minutes at 6:30 a.m. EDT. Whatever. I hope that I can finish this video off before 20 minutes. Okay. Greetings, survivor, in approximately 20 minutes at whatever. Forget that. I hope I finish this in 20 minutes time. So basically the bottom left. So now since I'm cold, my thirst is going to decrease more faster than it would normally decrease. Okay, and sorry, not my thirst, my hunger would decrease more faster than normally would decrease. Okay, so we'll get back to what these particular things actually does to you. Okay, but we're just going to go over to the right hand side of the screen. That is the if you start from the bottom right, the plus sign, that's your health, and then as we go up, it's the stamina, then the food, then your thirst bar, how much you can carry. Okay, and the last thing you can see over there is your leveling up, as in your XP, how close you are to coming to the next level. Okay, so we're going to go off to our attributes. Okay, now this over here, your health, stamina, oxygen, food, water, weight, melee damage, movement speed, fortitude, crafting speed, and topaz are your attributes. But I'll just go ahead and show you all what this is. Now how did I come to the screen was I pressed the default key, that was the I button. Okay, now this is your inventory. When you collect items, your items show up over here. Okay, now that's one item I have that was on my hand. That looks like an implant that these alien creatures might have put on my hand, but I think that's just a theory I have from my end, but I don't know. Okay, so that's your inventory items, and this is your craftable items. Okay, so whenever you learn recipes, this is where you can use them. I mean, you can make them. Okay, so if I need to make a pickaxe, I need 1 wood, 1 stone, and 10 thatch. Okay, that's easy resources you can harvest, and I'll come to that, how to craft and everything else, in the next episode. Right now we're just going to learn about the screen, okay, because this is the starting. You should know about the screen. Okay, then you have buttons over here. When you get items over here like food or something, you can use these items to eat it, or maybe if you have a broken tool, you can repair it. If you need to drop an item because you're carrying too much and you're moving too slowly, you can drop the particular item. And this is your quick item slot, as the name suggests over there. So you can drag and drop items into the slot so that you could quickly press the number keys like 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 0 to get access to those equipments faster. Okay, then the this is your character. I'm spinning around, whatever. Anyways, we're going to the survivor profile, and the survivor's profile, every dinosaur that you tame, I never knew this. Wow. Okay. I'll come to that, what I never knew, but every dinosaur that you tame shows up over here, that I have tamed this guy, tamed that guy, and you have their dossier available. So I'll show you the simplest one, that's the dodo. So it gives you a brief understanding of what the dodo is and the creature, what species it is, when this creature came into existence on the earth, and what it eats and everything else like that. Okay, so this is your survivor's profile. Now whenever you tame a creature, the new dossier shows up over here. Okay, so you can go through and read these particular items if you have the time, if you like to read stuff to know about these creatures much more. You can read these items, or you could get that out on wiki on Google. Then this is your tribe. If you want to create a new tribe, just come over here, type your tribe. You're playing with a few friends, type your tribe's name in. It's simple as that. If you need to add them to the tribe, walk up to them, hold the E key on them, and say invite to tribe. And how they accept the invitation is they walk up to you, hold the E key on you, as in the use key on you, like hold that button down, and they accept the invitation. Okay, then we have over here your equipment. Now this is basically your armor that you wear. So you have 5 types of armor: one for the head, one for the torso, then the legs, the feet, and the hand. Okay, when you wear the particular items over here, your armor increases down. So at the moment, since I'm not wearing anything, I'm naked, my armor is 0, okay, in the character stats. Okay, then the next thing is your hypothermal insulation. Now that's my natural insulation, but as you wear clothes and all that, the points increase. Okay, and the next one is a hyperthermal insulation. So again, as you wear clothes, this increases. Okay, there's natural ways of increasing it also, but I'll get to that. Now hypothermal is how cold you can get, how much cold you can withstand, and hyperthermal is how much heat you can withstand. That means how hot you can get. That's the name of my character and the level. This is where I spawn. I selected South Zone, but I don't know why I came in maybe I selected the East Zone, I'm not sure. Sorry about that, guys. Then the region, like the name of this place, like every place has a different name wherever you go. So this place is technically called the Southern Islets. Okay, the temperature is about 5 degrees Celsius. That's too cold, and it's 3:50 in the morning, and it's about the 977th day of the server. And yes, that's also the server's time, not my time right now. Okay, now we're going to come down. This is the most important screen here. Okay, you have your XP bar on top. Okay, I'm reaching level 2 really quickly. Okay, so your XP gradually increases over time. Also, when you craft or you do any killings like huntings or something, or you tame a creature, your XP also increases, right? Then the next one is your ingredient points. We'll come to that once we level up, but right now I'll just show you the health and all these other statistics. Okay, so let's get to the statistics. Now this might take some time, but if you really want to know what these things do, because it doesn't only mean what you think it means. There's a lot of stuff that people don't know about the statistics, which I'm trying to let y'all know right now. So what has happened to me? Am I dying or something? I just see my health going down for some reason. Wait, what? Okay, Right. Whatever happened, I'm not sure. Let's just go back. Why my health so low? Maybe it was a cold. I'm not sure. Right. Let's get back on track. Now we have the health. Now the health represents your current life value. So the higher the number, okay, now it's at 70. It's going down for some reason. What? Wait a second. I just want to see why my health's going down. Am I hungry or something attacking me? I'm not thirsty. I'm not hungry. Am I too cold? Yeah, might be that I'm too cold, but it's okay. The sun's gonna come up right now. Let's forget about that. So basically, your health is when your health is at 100, you're at full health, and when your health drops to 0, that means you're dead. But also, there's one more thing in between. When your health goes below 25% of your total health, okay, right now it's 100, so it's easy to calculate. So once my health reaches 25, I become injured, and when you're injured, you can't sprint, you can't run, okay, you move really slowly, right? So take a look at your health. The ways you can, there are different ways to increase your health. When I mean increase your health, now it's at 80. To bring it back to the total health of 100, I can do a few things. I could eat cooked meat, or I could use a blood pack, or I could just wait till the natural regeneration regains my health normally. Okay. Now, yes, extreme temperatures can reduce your health, and that's what happened earlier. So because it was too cold, my health did start going down gradually because it was too cold and I couldn't survive with that coldness. Okay, the next one is your stamina. Now your stamina is used for basically everything. You use it for running, use it for jumping, for swimming, for harvesting your resources, and even when you're attacking. So it basically drains your stamina. Now along with your stamina, whenever you use your stamina, right, we can call those particular like running, jumping, swimming as actions. So whenever you use these actions, it decreases your food and water as well. Okay, so your food and water do reduce gradually, but if you're using your stamina, like if you're using actions like you're running or swimming, it also reduces the food, the rate the food and the water decreases. Okay, next is your oxygen. Oxygen is as simple as it says. Basically, it represents how long you can hold your breath underwater. That's it. Okay, once your oxygen reaches 0, you start losing health. You start as it basically once it reaches 0, you're going to be suffocating. I think so. You get the that, as I said, when something bad happens to you, get the item over there that yeah, you're suffocating, and you start losing health gradually. Okay, much faster. Okay, then the next one is the food. Now for your food, it's what it means. Your food goes down gradually. It's how hungry you are. At the moment, my food is at half of what it actually is supposed to be. So that's 47.7%. Sorry, 47.7 my food out of 100. So now I told you already that your stamina decreases your food faster. Okay. Also, the cold decreases your food faster. That's why my food is lower than it was, because I was suffering from hypothermal or hypothermia. That means I was really cold and I was losing health. Along in my health, I was losing my food much faster. Okay, and the ways to regain your food, I mean your hunger, is by eating stuff. Now if my food does reach 0, I will begin to starve, and that also affects my health. So if I start starving, I'm gonna lose my health also, right? And just to get your food on top, okay, you can eat berries, cooked meat, jerkies, eggs. Those are the basic foods you can get in early game. That's berries and meats and eggs. You can find them on the ground, but I would recommend you're not picking up the eggs right now. wait till you're a higher level, because if you do pick up the eggs, the dinosaur that laid that egg would start attacking you, and it can even be a dodo that would attack you for picking up their eggs. Okay, along with starving, right? Although you lose your health when your food is at 0, you also increase your topaz. Now, your topaz, I will come to what the topaz actually is. This is your topaz. Okay, I'll come to what it actually is, and I'll let you all know in detail what the topaz is, but that's the main thing you gotta keep an eye on. Okay, then the next one is your water. It's the same thing like your food. It shows how much water you have in your body, and it gradually decreases over time, or when you're using an action like running or sprinting, right? It uses up your water faster. And also there's a berry out there that's called a stim berry that causes you to rapidly decline your water when you eat it. So don't have the stim berry, nor do you have the narco berries. The narco berries affects your topaz again, and the stim berries affect your water level. It drops it drastically. Okay, now if your water reaches 0, just like your food, you get dehydrated. Okay, you lose your health as well as you gain topaz, right? And to refill your water, basically just go to any water body and take a dive into it early game, and later game you could use the taps or water skins or a water jar to refill your thirst if you're inland and you're not next to a water body. The next we're coming up is the weight. Now, weight is how much you can basically carry. So let's do this in a simpler way. Now, imagine your weight is 100%. It's easy to calculate it right now. Okay, imagine your weight is 100%. Now, as you level up, you can increase your weight and your stamina and all that, so it's not always going to be 100. You could, if you know that you carry a lot of stuff, you increase your weight. If you know you're going to do a lot of activities, you increase your stamina. Okay, early game style, you have to either choose between melee damage, weight, and stamina. That's what I think should be the ones. Okay, so weight is basically, now if you put it into a percentage wise, like say that's 100%, it's much easier to calculate, right? Weight measures how much you can actually carry. So each item that we have in the game has a weight value. Like if you see over here in the bottom left, that thing on your hand, right? That is weighing a 0.01. Now that doesn't make a difference over here, but if I pick up a stone that weighs 0.5, I'll be 0.5 in my weight. Now that's 0.5%. Okay, now when your weight reaches 85%, okay, you become encumbered. It's not when you reach 100%. So although your weight is 100, you can carry items of 100, but when it reaches 85, you become encumbered, meaning you can't run, can't run fast, your movement speed decreases, you can't jump, you can't do any activities properly. Okay, it's just like when you reach 25% of your health over here, right? You move really slowly, and when your weight reaches 100%, okay, you'll completely 100% and above, you'll completely stop moving. So although you can carry maybe 200% of items, so like my weight is 100 right now, I can carry weight of 200 items maybe, right? So I won't be able to move. I'll be stuck in that same area. I like this mechanics. Reason being, if you play games like Fallout, you become encumbered after carrying a certain amount of items, right? According to you, how much you can carry. But you can carry, say you could carry 100 items in Fallout, 100 pounds in Fallout, but you can actually carry 900 pounds in Fallout, and that still won't affect your movement speed. You'll still walk slowly as if you are encumbered of 101 pounds. Okay, but over here, if you do go over how much you can carry, you completely stop moving. You have to drop the item, right? You have to drop the items to come back to the normal weight value. Okay, so that's it. So weight is basically a good thing to put your points into, so you can carry much more items. Melee damage. Now when you think about melee damage, what really comes to your head, right? Like a person who normally plays a game, they'll say melee damage is the amount I can punch someone, like the strength my fists have when I'm punching things. Okay, someone more smarter would think that It could also be the melee weapons I'm using. Like maybe it gives more power to my sword, but since there's no swords in this game, you could say the pickaxe or the hatchet when I'm killing creatures, or the spear. You are right also over there, but if you really know what melee damage does, it's not only the damage, it also has to do with uh, how. Okay, so let's put it in much more simpler terms. So it measures how much damage you deal when attacking a player, or uh, when you're attacking a player or a dinosaur using your fist or tools. Okay, that's hand tools. Okay, now higher damage allows you to kill creatures and other players faster in fewer hits, but it also helps you out in harvesting more resources from trees, more resources from rocks, and also the dead creature's body, the corpses. So if you increase your melee damage, say you get 10 wood from a tree using a hatchet, if you increase your melee damage, you might get 15 wood from the same tree, right? Now, I have 5 minutes remaining on the server, so I'll just try to go as quickly as possible through this. So the next is your movement speed. Now, the movement speed is basically how fast you can move. So the higher you increase your movement speed to get from point A to point B, that's how fast you'll get from point A to point B, as well as saving on your stamina, because your stamina still reduces at the same rate that you would normally sprint at, but your speed has increased. You're sprinting faster, but your stamina is still decreasing at the same rate. So you're moving faster and reaching the place faster, and but your stamina is still remaining at the same level. The next is your fortitude. Many people don't know what this means, but basically it's the measurement of your resistance to the weather. That was the hypothermia and the hyperthermal uh, insulation. So that is how you can naturally increase this. So if you increase your fortitude, you increase your natural hyperthermal and hyperthermal insulation. Okay. Also, it gives you resistance to your topaz. I'm going to get to the topaz right now, what it means and everything else. So it also gives you a resistance to topaz, just remember that. Next we have the crafting speed. Now basically I don't agree with the crafting speed. If you can craft at a certain time period, it doesn't, I mean at a certain speed, I don't see increasing the speed making any difference in early game, but late game it would make a difference when you're making bigger items and it takes a longer time. So just leave this for later game, but it just measures how fast you can, just shows you, it just increases your speed on how fast you can craft. But when you do craft and say you're walking around, you'll be slow, you can't jump, you can't run. So I would say it helps you out in that it's faster, but early game I would say do everything in the daytime, like hunting, gathering, building, whatever, and in the nighttime you start crafting your items if you need to craft a lot of items. Okay, then the next one is your topaz. Now topaz, I'll explain this to y'all in a simpler way. Say Tom and Jerry. Okay, now Tom and Jerry, the Tom and Jerry cartoon, say Tom gets hit on the head with a mallet, he starts seeing stars and he drops down. That is your topaz. Basically it's how far it's what you can do. I mean basically your topaz is your knockout. So if your topaz increases, that means you're going to get knocked out. Now, it's not that your topaz has to reach 200 that you get knocked out at. Your topaz has to reach 50 and then you get knocked out. So that's 1/4 of how much topaz you have. You have 200 topaz, but if your topaz reaches 50, you get knocked out. You might say that's a really small amount, but early game, yes, that's a small amount. But as I told you, your fortitude increases your resistance to topaz. So say when you're getting attacked by someone, okay, someone is throwing rocks at you, someone is hitting you with tranquilizing darts, say that one rock gives you 10 topaz. Okay, now when you increase your fortitude, that one rock might give you 5 topaz. So maybe that player, if you're fighting a PvP, that player would need to hit you with 5 rocks to make you faint. But if you increase your fortitude, that player would need to hit you with 10 rocks to make you faint. So basically that's how it is. Okay, so that is your topaz. It's plain and simple. Okay, so when you fall in, but when your topaz does cross 50, you fall unconscious, you get knocked out. Basically you see stars, and anyone can do anything with you. So someone could be dragging your body, someone could be looting your body. Okay, someone could be feeding you narco berries to make your topaz increase higher so you don't wake up at all. So, or he could just kill. They could just kill you. So it depends on what you see about what you can do with the topaz. You could have fun with it, or you could ruin someone's day. So that's about it when it comes to the app reviews and what you really need to know about the game. I'll show you all in the next what happened over there. Anyways, I'll show you all in the next episode how to survive the first day. So guys, my name is Sprocket. Thank you so much for watching this, and please like and subscribe my video if you like it. Okay, and thank you so much guys. You all have a good one. Okay, I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.